Bonjour. Let's see in this lesson how to translate the word for in French. Just one word in English, and actually in French we have first the word depuis, pendant, and also pour, so 3 words in French. Let's see how and when to use these words to translate for. And let's start with depuis. With this example, I have been learning French for 1 year. In French, j'apprends le français depuis 1 an. So we use here depuis, and there is a difference because in English you use the past tense, I have been, followed with learning that express a duration. In French, we start in the present, j'apprends. Then we go to the past, because actually the word depuis is the contraction of 2 words, depuis, and the meaning is from then. I've been having French for 2 hours, and you still having French. Have been having French for 2 hours, so in French, j'ai français depuis 2 heures. I had been learning French for 1 year when I moved. Here you need to pay attention to the sequence of tenses. And you will say j'étudiais, so the imperfect, because there is a duration. J'étudiais le français depuis 1 an quand j'ai déménagé. So here, what we can say about depuis is always related to a past event. Always related to a past event. And we can summarize it using this picture, depuis. So we start when we speak, and we have to go into the past to find our timeline, and there is duration. So it's a way to summarize the word depuis in French related to a past event. Let's see now the second meaning, pendant or durant, during in French, pendant. With this example, I have French for 2 hours. I have French for 2 hours, so you are going to speak in present tense or to express what we have to do every week. For example, on Mondays, you have French for 2 hours. So in French, j'ai français pendant 2 heures. J'ai français pendant 2 heures. Here we just express a duration. I learned French for 1 year, so now a past example. J'ai appris le français pendant 1 an. It's not necessary to use in this sentence actually in French the word pendant. You could also say j'ai appris le français 1 an. It's correct. I will learn French for 1 year, so the future now. Je vais apprendre le français pendant 1 an, ou je vais apprendre le français 1 an. So here, pendant expresses just a duration, like during, in the past or in the future, but there is no connection with the present tense. And we can summarize this word in French with this picture, so duration, in the past or in the future. Let's see now the third meaning and how to use it. For means pour. I will live in France for 1 year. So here we have a future event, and the meaning is je vais vivre en France pour 1 an. You could also say, because it's a question of duration, use the word pendant. Je vais vivre en France pendant 1 an. Both are correct. Je vais vivre en France pour 1 an. I'm going home for 1 month. Je vais chez moi 1 mois, ou je vais chez moi pour 1 mois. Both are correct. Here, pour is not necessary. I will live for 1 month. Je partirai pour 1 mois, ou je partirai 1 mois. So here, there is something in common. Pour is like pendant actually, but just for future events, and mostly with the verbs aller and partir. It is better actually when you have another verb to use the word pendant. But pour is possible with aller and partir, mostly as we've just seen here. So if you want again to summarize this word using a picture, we've got this one, a duration in the future. Okay? There is, of course, in French exceptions. Let's see this one. This young man wants to go to school, for example, and he says in French, j'irai à l'école pour 2 heures. J'irai à l'école pour 2 heures. Well, if we use for here, you're mainly to have a difficulty to express yourself in French, because when you say that in French, j'irai à l'école pour 2 heures, the meaning is, or what we are going to understand, is I will go to school at 2 o'clock. So here it's not a question of duration. It is possible to use pour in this case as well. So pay attention. If you really want to express that you want to, actually, you have school for 2 hours, it's better here to use pendant. J'irai à l'école pendant 2 heures. Because again, if you say pour, it is, you can mix this meaning with I will go to school at 2 o'clock. J'irai à l'école ou je vais à l'école pour 2 heures. Let's summarize what we've seen in this lesson. So for, 3 words, depuis, pendant, pour. Depuis is related to a past event, and we said that we can use this picture to summarize it. Pendant expresses a duration like during, in the past or in the future, and we have this picture. And finally, pour is like pendant, but just for future events, and mostly with the verb aller and partir. And here we have a way to summarize the meaning of this word. Okay? So of course, what you need now is to practice. So you can go to my website, to this link exactly, and you will find a quiz. So you're going to see if you understood well this lesson or not at the moment. And for us now, what we can say is c'est fini. Thank you for watching these slides with me. Au revoir et bon français.